Students, you must all read this information box here, and it's an inspiring story of Jadav Molai Paying from Assam. And this story teaches us that if you have commitment, dedication, devotion, and you have a strong desire to achieve something, you can definitely do so. So Paying earned his name as Forest Man of India after he devoted 37 years of his life planting trees to create a whole forest of 550 hectares all by himself, which is now called as the Molai Reserve, and it is on the Majuli River island, which is the world's largest inhabited river island in Assam. And Jadav Molai Paying was honored with Padma Shri in the year 2015. In 1979, Paying started planting trees in the barren space of this island, which was being constantly eroded by Brahmaputra River. Planting trees became a habit for him for 37 years, and he grew an entire forest. With the growth of vegetation, animals started coming, and today this forest is home to several animals and birds. He carried even red ants to the forest from his village. And now you find one-horned rhino, Royal Bengal tiger, migratory birds, etc. So recently, he was in news once again because India's forest man, that is Jadav Molai Paying, has signed an agreement with Fundación Azteca, a Mexican non-profit organization that promotes social responsibility, to collaborate on environmental works in the North American country. So this forest man of India is all set to lead the tree plantation drive in Mexico. So his story is really inspiring, and it teaches us that if one decides to do something, he or she can definitely achieve it. Environmental conservation and biodiversity. Most harmful effect of environmental pollution occurs on living organisms. Our living world had been richly diverse. It consisted of varieties of plants and animals. However, we are not able to see some specific animals about which we had listened from our earlier generations. So this is absolutely true. There have been so many plants and animals which have become extinct in today's time. One of the examples that I would like to give you here is that of sparrows. Earlier we used to see a lot of sparrows in the city, but today we hardly see them. And the reason is that a number of cell phone towers have come up in the city. Earlier we had very few cell phone companies and less number of towers. But today we have number of cell phone companies and they have erected lot number of cell phone towers all over the city. Now it is believed that the magnetic radiations that are given out of these cell phone towers are fatal, or they have got adverse effects on the embryo and the eggs of the sparrows. Hence, we find that the sparrows have almost disappeared from cities. Another example is that of marine life. It is estimated that at least 1 lakh marine mammals and 1 million seabirds die each year from either the consumption of or entanglement in plastic. Human activities have affected marine ecosystems as a result of pollution, overfishing, acidification of water, increase in temperature of water, which all had an impact on the marine food web and marine ecosystems. And as a result, today we have lost a lot of marine animals, and overall there has been destruction in the biodiversity. Who is responsible for all this? So human activities are responsible for the loss of biodiversity, and hence it's the humans who have to set everything right by conserving the biodiversity. Biodiversity is the richness of living organisms in nature due to presence of varieties of organisms, ecosystems, and genetic variations within a species. Biodiversity occurs at 3 different levels. So, as the definition of biodiversity is that it is a richness of living organisms in nature due to the different type of organisms, different ecosystems, and genetic variations that are present within species. So let us see what are the different types of biodiversities. Let us now talk about the biodiversity which occurs at 3 different levels. One of them is genetic diversity, second species diversity, and third ecosystem diversity. The first one, that is genetic diversity. Occurrence of diversity among the organisms of same species is genetic diversity. For example, each human being is different from other. So all human beings are belonging to just one particular species, but each human being is different from the other because we all inherit genetic characteristics from our respective parents. So though we are belonging to one single species, we are very different from one another, and this is referred to as genetic diversity, or we are genetically different from each other. Possibility of wiping out the species arises if there is decrease in diversity within the species whose members involve in sexual reproduction. So we have studied about sexual and asexual reproduction. We have seen that in sexual reproduction, since two individuals are involved, there is a lot of diversity and variations in the new offspring or the new generation that is produced. So this is an additional advantage to the species, that is variations and diversity. But if we see it in asexual reproduction, we find that since only one parent is involved, there is no variety or diversity that we see in them. So that is a kind of threat to the species. But at the same time, the rate of reproduction is very fast in case of asexual organisms. And so that is an advantage for them. So this is what is referred to as genetic diversity. Species diversity. Innumerable species of organisms occur in the nature. This is called as species diversity. Species diversity includes various types of plants, animals, and microbes. So we know that there are millions of species of plants and animals, and that accounts to the species diversity. Even microbes, you have studied this year in microbiology. Number of microorganisms are also there, various species are there, and this is what is species diversity. Ecosystem diversity. Many ecosystems are present in each region. Ecosystem is formed through the interaction between plants, animals, their habitat, and changes in the environment. Each ecosystem has its own characteristic plants, animals, microbes, and abiotic factors. Ecosystems are also of two types, that is natural and artificial. So we can have various ecosystems in a given region. We can have land ecosystem. It is also referred to as terrestrial ecosystem or forest ecosystem, grassland ecosystem. We can have a desert ecosystem or freshwater or marine ecosystem. So basically we can have ecosystem on land, in air, or in water also. And we know that animals may be common to two different ecosystems. So there may be interaction between different ecosystems also. And their animals also may be parts of two different ecosystems. So every ecosystem has a certain set of plants, animals, and microorganisms as well as abiotic factors. And constant interaction between the biotic and the abiotic factors takes place in the environment. So these are the three different types of biodiversities.